Suppose it would only allow people of one persuasion within its walls. Then it would not be New York, but it would be like Mecca. Mecca, a city without freedom, not even welcome to enter the city. Ladies and gentlemen, Imam Faisal Abdul Rauf, who, by the way, is not a moderate, this Imam claims the right to build a mosque, a house of Sharia, here on this hallowed ground. But friends, my friends, but we have not forgotten that we are here. We are here today in the spirit of America's founding fathers. We are here today in the spirit of freedom. We are here today in the spirit of President Abraham Lincoln, who freed the slaves. And President Lincoln, he said, and let me quote, and these important words are key to our survival. The tolerance that is crucial to our freedom requires a line of defense. And Mayor Bloomberg uses tolerance as an argument to allow Imam Rauf and his sponsors to build a so-called Cordoba mosque. But Mayor, society is not a suicidal society. A tolerant society like your city, New York, must defend itself against the powers of darkness, the forces of hatred, the blight of ignorance. It cannot tolerate the intolerant and survive. And this means that we never give a hand to those who want to subjugate us. Ladies and gentlemen, of people everywhere in the non-Islamic world. Because we do realize what is at stake. We know what this so-called Cordoba mosque really means. Imam Rauf maintains that American secular law and Sharia law are based on the same principles. Imam Rauf refuses to condemn terrorists because he says that terrorism, I quote, is a very complex question. He says, and I quote again Imam Rauf, that America is accessory to the crime that happened on 9/11. In fact, Imam Rauf said, in the most direct sense, I quote him again, Osama bin Laden is made in the USA. If the West acknowledges the harm it has done to Muslims. Ladies and gentlemen, This crazy and idiotic remarks of this extreme imam proves that this man should never play the game he has in mind here in Manhattan. His blame the West, blame America message is an insult. Americans, and by extension, all of it, Osama bin Laden is not made in the USA. And the West has never harmed Islam before Islam has harmed us all the time, centuries, over and over again. And that should stop. Most Americans do not want this so-called Cordoba mosque to be built here because they understand after the great mosque of Cordoba, which was constructed where a Christian cathedral for that land was conquered, and an overwhelming dozens of buildings where Muslims can pray. It's not about the lack of space for prayer. It's about the symbolic meaning, and we should not allow that to happen here. We Indeed. No mosque here. Ladies and gentlemen, we who have come to speak here today object to this mosque because its promoter and its wealthy Arabia in Mecca talking about reciprocity in Saudi Arabia, in Mecca, it's impossible to enter, let alone build churches.